What's up? So, we need to have a chat. And let's begin it right now, right? Hmm. No better moment than right now. So, the spiritual community got a question for you. What the fuck is going on? Because shit's been crazy and it's time to chat about that, all right? So, if you want my honesty, I think that the spiritual community has lost its sense of humanity. And we need to really, really talk about this because what I keep seeing and what I keep witnessing is so diluted and so, you know, impactful to humanity as a board. So let's chat about that. Now, spirituality, is about really bringing forth this essence, right, within oneself to really achieve um, kind of an alignment within themselves of what they're really trying to go for on their path. Now, in the New Age community, we have a lot of different beliefs like astrology, card reading, and many other forms of divination. But what ultimately ends up happening is the love and light movement, right? Everyone's all about namaste, love and light, some more. And what ends up happening is you have to then conform to this paradigm of what this entails. So let me break that down because it's kind of jarbled. But so basically, as your spiritual guru, right, I'm going to tell you the set of principles that you need to have in order for you to be enlightened, whatever that is, that we're trying to achieve. And so what ends up happening is you set forth on your path, but you must adhere and conform to this enlightenment. And so a lot of people go on this love and light movement where it's all about bringing forth the light and casting out the shadows. But does that realistically happen is the question. Because let's be honest, this world is full of duality, and everywhere you turn there's duality and more duality. And so let me bring this into a realistic concept that we can have a food for thought. People in the astrology community and people in the new age community and people in the card reading community, a lot of them are just out for one thing: profit. They go out and they do what they say, you go and buy their $400 chart readings, you go and buy their card readings for 80, 90, and I can already hear people screaming about, abundance is my right, abundance is my right. But at the same time, these people are preying off of people that are quote unquote in low vibrations, because those people are the ones that need to get into higher vibrations, right? Light is white. And, if you're dark, you got to be cast out, shunned, shamed, ridiculed, not even seen as a human anymore. That is what we're dealing with. Because at the end of the day, people, right, have questions. People want to know more about what it is their existence, what is the meaning, and they have to individually find that meaning for themselves, and individually they have to use the light within themselves to guide them to where they want to go. Their life is their own. Whatever that story is that they're living, that is their story, right? But we need money, so we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to feed us our money and make us feel engrandized, and you to feel enlightened for it's a temporary fix. Because at the end of the day, everything boils down to your self-worth. What is your values? What is your worth? And only you can decide that. I've always said that because at the end of the day, that's the only real truth. Other than that, every other truth is you define it. You create it, and you don't need a guru to guide you. If you're looking for someone to teach you different, concepts, that's a different story, because we all have different stories in general, so that we're able to learn from each other. No one is more right or wrong than anyone else. But back to that new age spiritual community, we have a value system of love and light. And if you are not love, 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 and you're not light, 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 then you're gone, gone, gone. You're no longer a human. You are a low vibration, toxic, narcissist, abusive person that needs to be cut, that needs to be shunned, that needs to be desecrated, that needs to be told that you're not good enough, that needs to be consistently enforced that you're a piece of shit. And so what ends up happening is a lot of people fight themselves. A lot of people go within and chastise themselves and shame themselves and feel guilty because they're not up to the highest vibration, because that's unrealistic. It's unhuman, actually. Because at the end of the day, if you're human, you're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. You breathe in rich oxygen, you expel negative carbon dioxide, less oxygen out of your body. Your body is dualistic. People, there's positive and negative, atoms or neutrons or protons, electrons. Exactly. Science tells us over and over again. You are dualistic. There's a good side to you, there's a shitty side to you, and then there's everything in between in the gray. That's you. That's me. That's everybody. We eat food and then it becomes waste. Everything is about the circle of life. And the circle is 360 degrees with a 180-degree diameter that tells you that there's a separation between the half of the circle, the bottom half and the top half. And you can flip it around no matter how you want to cut it, no matter how you want to slice it into pies, 12 preferably if you like astrology. Some people don't like 13. But at the end of the day, you are going to be dualistic. You are going to be human. And you're going to go through your story as it's divinely planned from yourself. You have the spark of life. You're breathing. That means God, universe, whatever you want to say, has given you the full autonomy to live your life. And you don't need anyone's approval of that. Realistically, you don't. Obviously, you want to conform to society norms so that, you don't go to jail. But at the end of the day, for the most part, you really don't need anybody's approval of you. You don't. And what ends up happening is, from my anecdotal opinion / what I've witnessed, is a lot of people run habitually to these gurus for guidance because they don't feel good enough to lead their own lives. They don't trust themselves. And these gurus who have it all and have mastered, right, the art of living, they're going to go to these people for these amazing skills and talents of a chart reading, amazing skills of a card reading. Let's I don't have some tea, but let's spill some tea, all right? First off, I met a card reader once that kept telling in all their videos to check your sun, moon, and rising. When I talked to said person, they didn't even know their own moon. They didn't know what the rising sign. They didn't know the importance of any of that stuff is. But they're habitually saying it to other readers. They knew shit about astrology. Okay? Jack shit. You get me? And addition to that, I've seen other people who, you pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a chart reading. What are you paying for? What are you paying for? Anybody can be amped up and give you a great chart reading, right? But at the end of the day, what is that doing? Besides making you broke and them rich. I would never spend $400 on a chart reading. I don't care if this came from the goddamn Emerald Tablets and it told me my life story. Because at the end of the day, I'll find my own way of living. Because no matter the transits, no matter whatever happens, and I've been an astrologer first before anything else, and I know the importance of astrology, but at the end of the day, I'm going to live my life. because that supersedes everything else. It's a limited time only process. And, it's crazy to me. I actually had someone close to me, right? Well, I thought was, cut me out because they think I'm a reptilian hybrid. Okay? Like, honestly. It's like it's gone to the place of pure madness. And I think that it's doing more harm than good, because it's almost like we want to supersede our lifestyles, and we want to live grandiosely, we want to live bigger than better, and we want to consistently put our faith into people, to be honest, are quite not only quite questionable, but the fact that a lot of them pay for their subscribers and pay for the image that they have is alarming, because it's like they are paying for them to look like they're this guru and teacher. And kudos to Miss Alyssa Sharp for pointing that out, but it's nonetheless truth. A lot of people pay to present this image so that people fall susceptible to this image. It all is this image. At the end of the day, no one is greater or less than anybody else on this planet. It's the truth. You got a limited time in your meat sack body, right? And it's gonna expire one day. What did you live for? What did you stand for? What are your values, right? That's life. Sitting around and wishing you have high vibrations so that you can attract everything that you're trying to seek, while you're sitting there behind a computer screen all hours of the day, getting readings, getting more readings, getting more readings to try to find the solace and inner peace in yourself. You might find it temporarily, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to keep getting that fix back, right? Because these people know the answers and you don't. Every time you give your power away to somebody else, they will take it and run with it, especially if you're paying them. And, as an astrologer and as a card reader, I never liked charging anybody. I never felt right charging anybody for my work. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if it's truly spiritual, then it's supposed to be given to everyone so that they find what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Why should I hold on to this treasure trove of knowledge and not share it? You know what I mean? And to give it freely, because that's my value system. I believe in giving to humanity and seeing humanity for what it is. A hot mess of love and compassion and misdirection and misbelief systems, because everything boils down to, we're only here for a limited amount of time, and so you got all these people giving out their ideas at once. Everyone's trying to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish, and everyone's trying to do the quote-unquote right thing to do. But at the end of the day, it's just part of the story. It's part of their story. It's part of your story. It's part of my story. And, and that's why I'm sharing this story with you all. Because at the end of the day, you have the choice. If you want to go spend hundreds of dollars on card readings and hundreds of dollars on astrology charts from these people that have spent money to buy their subscriptions to make them look great, for them to use the same quality and amped upness to get you, lure you in, then go ahead, do it, do you. You can cuss me out in the comments. But to some of you that are on the fence being like, yeah, I kind of think this is a little bit ridiculous, that's who I'm speaking to, really, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. Everything has always been your choice. See that, And I hate the censorship inside the New Age community. They are so quick to cut somebody off and label them as a narcissist or a toxic person, and so quick to stop seeing the humanity in people. To stop seeing that this person may not be the best person for me, but I still see the humanity in them. I still see the good in them. I still see that this person is lovable to somebody. Maybe not me, but to somebody. You know what I mean? That's lost. Because, at the end of the day, it's this constant fix of a business of cut, light, inflating the ego, inflating I bet there's people that are going to watch this video and say, wow, that guy, I feel really bad for him. He's so low vibrations, right? I wish one day I could get up to your high fucking vibrations. Really, truly. I wish I could be that high and mighty in my spiritual guru-ness, right? It's just like, it's such a sham. You don't need to go to expensive ass resorts to find your spirituality. You can do that if you want and learn more and be around people that are like minded. That's a different story, other than going there to try to find how to be the best spiritual person on the planet and how to raise your vibrations. It's like desire, right? If you try to say, I'm going to stop desire, well, now you're desiring to stop desiring. It's a paradox. You're gonna still desire, even if it's not the desire you want. So at the end of the day, live your life, but just know, honestly, know that in this spiritual community, there are fucked up people. And the fucked up people are wanting your money. And they want you to believe that you're not good enough. And they want you to believe that you're never gonna be good enough. One day you might get there. One day, the proverbial carrot's going to be dangling in your face. One day you will finally get there. And that's when all the magic will happen, right? It's like never ending. No matter what religion it is, no matter what it is, spirituality, you're never good enough until you get to this destination that never comes. It can't. Because you're living in the moment right now. You can't have what you're expecting in the future to come to you right now if you're living right now. You wouldn't even appreciate it, to be honest. And you don't think you would even notice it because it's so drenched in the future that you're never going to see it when it's there. You could have it right now if you look around. Everything you ever wanted in life is just right here with you. So, and you don't need no damn teacher to teach you that, right? Well, at the end of the day, make your up your own mind. And I just wanted to share this video because, there's a lot of toxicity, right? But at the end of the day, I still see the humanity in every single person, but I also see their motives. I see that they're trying to make a good, quick dollar. And I also see that some people are just, inflated egos. And you can say the same thing about me, right? But that's duality. And I'm actually okay with that. And I'm okay with sharing this video and spread some truth. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Look at the bell. It's telling me to go. But actually, this is all divinely guided too. My guides tell me to do this. So, I might be a hybrid reptilian creature, rah, or I might just be another human on a spiritual path because I'm spiritual no matter what. I've got the spark of life in me, and I appreciate that in this moment to your moment. Blessed be you. All right? Take care.